He's Straw.
He's Parker.
And together we are...
Facing the wrong way.
The Battle Hammer Motherfudgers!
Fudgers? Your fudge won't pack and you're a fudge packer. Christ.
I like fudge.
Why were we facing the wrong way, you may ask?
Because there was stuff written on our backs.
Read the stuff on... Anyway, it's time for...
Do monthly mumble. Do monthly mumble. Do monthly mumble. Do. Monthly mumble. The 12th. I don't have enough fingers to...
We've been doing this a year?
Apparently so.
Fuck my
Probably
actual
longer than that, given how
bumhole.
our spaces between monthly mumbles grow slightly.
No, it would do 1 a month, mate. It's why it's called a monthly mumble.
I know, but does it all... It probably ends up.
I keep wishing you'd have a proper monthly. Bleed for 5 days, but then die!
That's mean. And also mean.
So, let's just get the obvious one out the way. Because at the moment they're all going, why the fuck are you wearing pink?
Because there's something wrong with their television.
Pink.
Please adjust your set.
It's fuchsia.
Is it?
No, we've done this for 2 reasons. One, we were going to wear these for vengeance.
We were,
unfortunately,
not vengeance.
We're not.
I thought we were going to wear them for salute.
Well, no, it was predominantly for vengeance because for some reason, Steamforce have decided in their great wisdom to pinch the Battlehammer orange colour for their pundits.
Yeah.
You know what, guys? You're not going to outdo us.
We will judo chop you in the face with our...
Thank you. And we also have to say, do you like my new style of art? Am I getting good or what?
You would be if you did it. I think my floofy beard looks awesome.
It does.
It a lot.
So,
it's really good.
Jason McFadden.
Jason, and you little
shut up, you
head.
Jason McFadden, you lovely, lovely Australian, you.
Isn't he New Zealandy? Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're Australian, you.
Is there a difference?
Yes.
Well, oh yeah. Well, I say the Aussies are criminals, and the New Zealanders are
also criminals. No, the Aussies say you, and the New Zealanders say ye. Are you going down to the shops? You've got a weird look. Hello?
No, mate, I'm not going anywhere. I've got a thing called the internet, so I don't have to go anywhere.
Internet.
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours. Unfortunately, we haven't got any. They're all cunts. So this is Jason's artwork.
We apologise. We're just being cunts.
We apologise to you Australians.
Jason McFadden, seriously, this is amazing.
So
this is you did this and made it happen on T-shirt form.
And I'm pretty sure by now you've seen the other pictures he's done for us. He's now the official Battlehammer artist because I can't be asked. And he doesn't need paying.
With the beard and the glasses and the beanie and you and your big, like fleshy marble that is real like a Malteser made of skin with a goatee.
You know I'm going off you.
You went off me ages ago. And I even like, I know it's a silly thing, the way he's done his little cans with the blue and red, because they're non-specific, there's not branded, so there's
Have you seen the other one he's done? He's done the upgraded version with Artie now as well.
Has he?
There's a little white pup here with the tail wagging. He's like, I'm like, oh. So he's done.
Seriously, we really appreciate it.
Oh, cheers, Jace. Thank you. So he's done these.
Super awesome.
We've done the Gaslands one. We're in the battle trolleys.
And we're going to have words with you about some future things that aren't necessarily in the future.
We know the ball of guildness. That's going to need to, me as one of the morticians and you as a fish.
I said good day, sir.
You as the otter. Oh, and I can have you bent over. I can have my hand over your mouth, and I could be like ramming you up.
Come to New Zealand, I will fuck you up.
I'll be ramming you up.
Butcher through and through.
Yeah, butcher and moot. We'll speak on that one.
And also maybe something. With an intellectual property set in a galaxy far away. Anyway,
so it's Monthly Mumble Part 12. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next month.
Have a good time.
So
we did 11.5, which was just us rambling. So we're now going to answer some questions.
We're gonna do we're gonna
partial ramble.
It's going to be a lot of rambling, but we are going to do. We have got a couple of questions which we will get to, but we actually just want to have another like splurg about games because we've had Salute and everything, and we've had your mum pulls that same face, and we just want to have a general, just a chin wag with you guys and you and Uncle Ba. What? She does that as well.
Right, chin wag.
She does that as well.
Oh, fucking cut you. Anyway, So we're not answering questions. Oh, fucking
No, we've
questions
got. If there are questions, we will answer them. Get them out of the way because these people think they're clever.
So, how do you want to do your ones first, or do you want to do my? I think we should do, because those ones are from today, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I should do the monthly Mumble part 11 questions.
11? That was like 2 episodes ago.
That was the last one.
Oh.
Because we did 11.5, which was just us chatting shit.
Because we were being clever, and people liked that.
Indeed, they did. So I'm going to bring up the. So we've got Wayne Wilkinson. Ahoy, hoy, Wayne. He's been in the cave. You've probably seen him in our Guild Ball doohickeys.
Yes,
Can
lovely
you
bloke.
please not answer any questions this monthly Mumble and just talk absolute bollocks about anything you like? We did
Okay.
that. That was 11.5.
Great big sweaty ball things that wobble when you walk.
But cheers, that was a good point. We did that. We're probably going to end up doing a bi-monthly non-Mumble or something like that where we just chat shit occasionally.
We only did this asking questions thing because, you know, people wanted to ask us questions, so it made more sense to put it into the Mumble.
Yeah, so we've got a comment from
Wankers.
Grumbling Grognard. I'm going to assume you're from Grognard Games.
I'm
Although I could be wrong.
I'm assuming you should go to the doctors and get a cream.
There is a shop called Grognard
A
Games,
shop?
which I believe is in the Americas.
Americas?
You know-
Isn't that over the pond?
It is.
Is that
indeed.
near Australia?
It's near.
Is it New Zealand?
No.
Have they got poisonous things over there?
In America.
Are they all
yes.
criminals?
Mostly.
Okay.
You know, I don't care what other people say. These are fantastic videos. Late at night when you can't sleep. Oh, can't
What?
sleep. Wink. Seriously, thanks, guys. No, thank you,
That's not a question.
Grumbling
Why are you
Grognard.
reading that? It's not a question.
Question from Reese Jones.
Who?
Reese Jones.
Who?
You know Reese. Do shotguns make good melee weapons? Yes.
Not if you're playing Cthulhu.
Yes, they do.
You little shit.
I am not going to answer that question.
What was the
'cause that's a
question?
fucking hour
What was
of
the
you
question?
That's an hour of you just bitching about shit. So I'm not
Oh,
gonna bring it
no. So, any interest in going to take part in testing of Steamforged God tier? No. Next question.
up. Okay.
Oh, you want to go
That's
into
that-
depth?
That's an answer.
Because no,
That's
I'm
an
not going
answer.
to. I'm not. Figures are lovely. I'm sure the game will be good. It just doesn't work for me.
It doesn't appeal. No, and I mean that's a personal thing, and I think that bringing up I wasn't going to talk about it. But
Verbal.
is it? I think it's okay to not have a oomph about a game. I think there's a lot of, whether it be God tier or any other game, I think there's a lot of other games as well where you go, oh, so you like X-Wing, you must like Armada. Well, no, I don't. And somehow when you've got a massive company like
Well, then, yeah.
like Fantasy Flight, if you like one game and don't really feel another game, somehow no one cares. But if you like
Guild Ball, but don't
people
like,
don't like God tier,
or
certain
the others.
people,
Other games they did.
Dark
Souls.
yeah. And
Then,
it,
then you're not
that's
supporting
just not
them.
my bag, and it's because I didn't really play Dark Souls. The only reason I played Dark Souls, the video game, was because of Dark Souls, the board game, and I still didn't really get it. Like, I get that it's that whole punishing thing where it fucking kills you, and I was like, oh god, this is horrible. Why do people play this? This is awful. Like, you're dying every 5 seconds. And I tried one of the levels. I got to a certain point, and then it was just like, I'm dying. I can see how to do it, but I can't do it. I'm done. And that doesn't mean that I don't like Steamforged. Like,
No, and
because
that's what I think people are forgetting. You know,
Yeah.
it's just because we are saying we don't like the look of the game. Well, it's not that. It's just we don't like the feel. That just doesn't work
Yeah.
for us.
So the whole, for me,
It doesn't mean we're suddenly going to
say.
say, "Ooh, everything Steamforged does is crap." Because it's not
No,
like that.
totally not at all.
It's not like
really,
that at all.
genuinely not that. I personally, I can see why, and I can get it, that they've done this whole like factionless picking champions, and you just pick champions, you put them in, and it's kind of, on one hand, it's an evolution of Guild Ball in that you're taking a selection rather than a list, and I like that. But for me, it's just like I want to pin my flag on a mast and say I'm playing this faction. Like in other games, whether it be Guild Ball and I'm playing the Butchers, or it be Star Wars Legion, I'm playing the Rebellion, or I'm playing 40k and I'm playing Death Guard. Like I want to pin my flag to the wall and say this is my faction, and you can't really do that in God tier.
I think the problem I have with it is you get your champion and he's a bit bigger than everyone else because he's been imbuing the God tier, blah 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 blah. I understand all that's fine, but I just don't like. Right, okay, this is my big dwarf and his warband, and I can ally them with an orc and his. No, stop right there.
Yeah.
Because we've played fantasy for so long, we know and understand what we like in the game.
Yeah.
And orcs and dwarves have never got on.
No.
And orcs, dwarves, and elves, you can have all of those in one faction. What the fuck are you playing at?
Well, I can see.
You're
totally
intelligent.
See what they're
Come
doing.
up with new stuff.
Well, no, yeah, but I can totally see what they're doing. They're using current tropes that people understand. So the elf person's got a bow and arrow, and the dwarf guy is defensive, and the orc guy is wargy. Like, it all makes sense, but it just doesn't
feel right.
To me personally, I'm not feeling it, and I know Straw isn't feeling it. But I don't want anyone to think that means we've gone off Steamforged,
Or that they're crap or anything.
or,
Because
that
they're
they're
not.
shit, or it's a bad game, or even that it's a bad game. It's probably a really good game.
It's funded and everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, so
And I wish seriously, I wish them all the luck. If you're watching, I wish you all the luck in the world. Seriously, I hope everything goes really well. Just for me, I'm not feeling it, and I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is.
yeah. Sorry about that,
Like
guys.
I've seen the new stuff, the Morrigan. Have you seen the Morrigan, like an undead elite? Because they had the Mornblade, I think it is.
Yeah.
The model's great. The
I
model's
really
amazing.
like. I really like the gnome.
Yeah,
The
and the
gnome.
models are great. It just something about it just doesn't sit. It doesn't click with me, and I think that that's okay. I hope that that's okay, but I really, if you think you like it, go and check them out. Go and find.
No, I think go on to
it.
the Kickstarter because you need.
There's only a few days left.
Only
now.
a few days left. I think it
even
works.
if it's by the time you watch this, it might be gone.
I think it works out that you if you go
save a
all in,
fat stack,
you
don't
save
you?
something like £280.
Yeah. So go and check it out. If it's your thing, go and check it out. If you think you might like it, all the rules are, all the playtest rules are available at the moment. Please check it out. I really wish them all the best luck. It just doesn't. It's not my bag, and I hope that's a well enough.
It's not us having a go at you guys at Steamforged. We're really not.
We're really not having
It's
a go.
just.
And we're not having a go at anyone who plays it or anyone who likes it, because obviously your mileage may vary. And I think that moving on from that question, I get frustrated when, oh, you like this, you should like this, or you shouldn't like that, or how dare you enjoy this thing.
We are individual people. We are allowed to enjoy and not enjoy.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone over the pond raves about D&D.
Yeah.
I fucking can't stand the game.
I
I'm
have
sorry.
issues with it.
That's my own.
Other bits I like, but that's just our opinion, which is
Our
unimportant
opinion.
in the grand scheme of things, unimportant. Well, it's true.
It's very true. But
I
it's
was
not
gonna
us
say
trying
a
to
thing
diss
about-
Steamforged or anything like that. It's
No, not
just,
at all.
it does not work for
It's
us.
not our personal bag,
But
we
back it.
and yeah, do back it if it's
The
your
figures
sort of
are
thing.
nice.
The figures are amazing. The sculpts are great. And again, if it was in a slightly different way, maybe I'd enjoy it more, and maybe I'd be more drawn in. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that.
See, I'm just going to say the whole Hex thing threw me. I'm like, no, that was fine when we started wargaming all those years ago. But I can see why it's done it because it's quick.
Yeah.
It makes the game quick to play.
Yeah, and there's no
Great.
measurement shenanigans, and
But-
how fucking pain in the arse is it when having played Guild Ball and other games, when you're measuring a thing and you go, well, I'm in range, and then they have their activation, you measure it again, you go, oh no, you're out of range. Well, actually, when you shot me, you were in range.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but maybe you
Yeah.
measured it wrong. And
But-
like, it saves all that, which is great. Is it weird that we're old and people are going, wow, a game with hexes? And you're like, well, yeah, like hexes has been around since Dot. And I'm not blaming that, that's just a weird thing that young people, we're now old people, and we're looking at young people going, what do you mean fucking hexes?
It's like
are
we're old
new?"
when we're sitting here wearing fuchsia t-shirts.
We're old.
Alright, so anyway, that's that. Okay, let's
Yeah.
just put a line under God tier.
We
It's
don't-
great,
we don't
but it's just not for us,
go
and
and
we
check
are
it out. If
sorry.
it's your bag, fucking have a great time playing it. I'm really.
Yeah, and if you do
I want
like
it to do well,
if
because
you,
I love the guy. The guys are all great. The Steamforged crew are fucking amazing.
if you do like it, back it, because you are going to save
Go and check it
yourself
out.
a shitload of money.
Yeah, totally.
Onwards!
Onwards and upwards.
Oh, that was
I think
awkward.
that was a no. I hope that we were.
Oh, just, the one thing with the
Honest
Hammer
about
is
how
if
we
you
feel
ask
about
us
it.
something, we will give you an honest answer. We didn't turn around and say it was shit, because it's not. It's a cleverly put together game.
Yeah.
But it's just not for
It's
us.
not for us. So, a Paulos01 asks.
Oh, he's
Have
trouble,
you-
that one.
Well, aren't they all?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the Heralds of Ruin version of Kill Team? No. It's free to download along with all the army lists. It's a pretty good campaign system.
I don't even know.
I believe it's just been updated to 8th edition. I think it will be right up your streets. Light-hearted 40k skirmish action. I played it in 7th. It's a lot of fun. Cheers and keep it up. Keep up keeping on. We will keep up keeping on. I didn't even know this was a thing. Heralds of Ruin Kill Team.
40k.
I don't know what that is. I will check it out. I mean,
I've lost the will to live with a lot of games at the moment. It's ridiculous. You know, 40k, when they brought the new edition out, we sat there and we played it. I'm like, I'll tell you what, this can be really, really good. And we just have not had a chance to play it since.
So I was going to bring up, I mean, going back, not going full back to our previous conversation, but when the whole internet gets conversated about a thing, so we had the recent Big FAQ, which happened like a day or two ago, Big FAQ for 40k, Big AQ.
Oh.
And then, because I follow the Death Guard stuff on Facebook, I don't play any 40k, but I follow it because it's nice to see models when they pop up. And it's like, oh, Poxwalkers are shit, and oh, fucking...
They're meant to be shit!
And like, fucking play the fucking game and have some fun. Like, oh, this is shit. Does anyone, like, I want to buy some tanks. Does anyone play these tanks? Because if they're good, then I'll buy them. If they're not, then I don't. It's like, and that's the sort of thing, like, not going back to God tier, but it's that whole kind of, there's an internet sensibility, there's an internet, like, the internet thinks this is great or shit. Well, actually...
Never trust anything you see on the internet.
Yeah, especially us. Like, who are you playing with? What are you doing? Are you playing competitively or not? If you're not going to the Las Vegas Open, like, then fucking don't worry about it. Like, you're just playing some fucking games and having some laughs. Right?
They're games. They're what you do between...
If you're going to your local gaming club once a fortnight...
Sleep and
having an odd bash and painting some stuff, like, just play some fucking games and have some fun.
Do you need to be that competitive on over a game? No, because at the end of the day, and this is what a lot of people have a tendency to forget, at the end of the day, if you're the best person in the world playing this one game, where does it get you?
Yeah.
I'll tell you where it gets you. It gets you in the same fucking hole at the end of the day where we all get thrown in. It's meant to be fun. The games are for fun.
Yes. Which I think that we've...
The minute you lose that...
Even we've... I mean, I can't speak for you because, you know, you're your own individual human being.
Huh.
But...
told a wife that.
But it's... yeah, I've gone in and out of fun moments in games and gone like, oh, wow, I need to win. And then, like, actually, you know what? Sometimes I've had great games losing.
Rat catchers, I got 12-0 the other day and I had so much fun playing the game.
Gaslands.
Gaslands.
I always have a good time playing Gaslands, even if I lose, even if everything crashes into everything else.
We are shit at that, we are shit at Armada.
I love it. Crashing into shit. But anyway, going back to Paulos 01, Heralds of Ruin version of Kill Team.
We'll have a look.
I'll have a look.
We'll have a look.
Never heard of it.
If it's something that's small scale 40k, it might be the sort of thing we want to get to use to play again. But then saying that, if we were going to do like some science fiction-y small scale stuff, I would probably say we play Rogue Stars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's Osprey.
Yeah, but
Osprey do okay stuff, apart from Gaslands, which is fucking awesome! No, it's alright, Mike, you don't know us anything for that plug, mate. We're good like that. Next!
So we've got a...
Jesus bloody Christ!
That's a long question. That's
Cynthia, we've got to be nice to her.
Yeah.
Hello!
So Urban Manhunt.
Oh.
You briefly discussed how... Cynthia Miller from Urban Manhunt.
Spectrum Games,
thank you. You briefly discussed how some game companies are finding themselves in a pickle due to producing a bunch of plastics that don't sell and simply being stuck with them. That was one of our motivations to simply not have an official Urban Manhunt miniatures line. This means that all our overhead will be via the books, allowing us to focus on that aspect. I'd like to offer an open license though, so those who create and sell 3D printed can do so, compatible with Urban Manhunt miniatures should they choose. I would say...
that's very similar to Gaslands
Friends of
Gaslands.
See if you can get hold of Mike Hutchinson from Gaslands. If you go to the Gaslands webpage, you can probably
contact him from there.
Failing
that, just go through us. We can, he's on speed dial for us.
So they've got a really good thing, which I really like, is the Friends of Gaslands. So if you want to be a friend of Gaslands, so Gaslands, for people who don't know, is a toy car, matchbox-sized car game, but it's Mad Max with explosions and cool stuff. Death Race 2000 meets Mad Max meets Hot Wheels. Who doesn't want that, right? And there's templates and stuff. And there's...
And toy cars!
And toy cars. And the Friends of Gaslands is attached to the website, and it's people who buy, not licensed, because it's not officially licensed.
It's other little companies that make little things that you can add into your game. So, for example, it's extra guns, extra armour, etc. that are the right scale for your cars. So there's other companies like, well, these are barriers, they can be perfect in Gaslands. And so what they do is they all get together and they all go under this one heading. Now, how does that work for...
As far as I know, on the website, if you want to be a friend of Gaslands, you chat with Mike and you become a $4 a month Patreon to him and Gaslands.
And then that way, that's your license covered for that.
And then you effectively get a license, and it allows you to kind of say, hey, we're friends of Gaslands, we can make stuff. And I think that's a really good... I don't think it's like an official licensing deal,
I think it's
kind of the same sort of
thing.
thing.
It's a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah.
And I think it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I think it's a really good idea, having that kind of ability to communicate with each other.
Because I know there are 2 or 3 guys on there I need to check out, actually, because one of them does big wheels.
Oh, nice.
And another one does this whole series of like linked weapons and everything, and they are gorgeous. Yeah. So yeah, that's probably what you want to try and do. Go through something that can get you a link, or other companies link to you.
Yeah. To
go that way.
And I think as a gamer, I really like that it's not. This is the company that makes the things, and that's the licensed company, and that's all there is.
Yeah.
Like, it allows you to then have like 5 or 6 different companies who like, and they've even got different sections. They've got the UK section, and the US section, and the like European section. So you can find what's near you for shipping purposes, or if you want to ship from overseas and you just want to buy all the stuff, you can buy all the stuff from over there. And whether you want to get gates from these guys, and I think they even do official templates which you can buy through the website, but they also do 3D printed templates that you can buy from other people if they're nearer you and you're going to save 40 quid from shipping because you live in New Zealand or wherever, you know.
So that's why you mentioned New Zealanders again, mate.
I don't know. But yeah, worth a good check out.
But I think the whole thing for me or Parker is for Urban Manhunt is the fact that we can, because we have fucking figures coming out of our asses, we can just go, you know what, I've got this Slay Industries miniature, it's the frother with the top hat and everything. I want to use him in it. But now she's just been telling me that she's now just uploaded the rules to make your own hunters.
I saw.
So boom boom. In answer to one of your questions that's coming up later, will you be doing any more Urban Manhunt with a thingy update cheap plug? No, yes, we will. We will.
And I think that's actually brings up a larger point where companies can focus on the book or the rule set or the miniatures or the 3D printed terrain or whatever it is. I think that we live in this connected internet world. It's very easy for companies to get kind of caught up in, I want my game, and I want to produce the terrain, I want to produce the minis, I want to produce the rules.
But they've got to realise
that
as soon as a company comes up with a rule set for A, then someone else is going to go, right, well, okay, well, I can design a figure for A, but I'm not going to tell them, I can sell it on my own.
Yeah, there are a lot of companies that do not 40k models that are 40K
there are so many companies we could mention, and a lot of them are really, really good.
Amazing, yeah.
But, you know, so, yeah.
So I think having a focus...
Try to go that way.
For your...
Or, there is another way, or you could just list companies on your website which are really good people to buy miniatures from.
Like
Annie. Annie does it a lot with all of the Bad Squiddo and female things.
Yeah, totally.
You know, you want proper historical figures, proper female barbarians that aren't running around in the deep snow with just a fucking small triangle of fucking
Actually,
armour.
I was funny talking about Urban Manhunt. and Bad Squiddo, I did see they've got some. I don't know if they were in stock or not at the time of looking, so excuse me if they're not in stock at the moment. But there was some like gangster moles because when we played over Manhunt, I was playing. I forget her name. Bonnie Clyde.
Bonnie Clyde,
like, right?
yeah.
And like this lady with a Tommy gun kind of thing. And I found some matching miniatures on. They were out of stock. That's why I couldn't buy them. But hopefully they'll be in stock again. But what the great thing about Bad Squiddo is you can find stuff that sometimes it is hard to find a female cowboy or female whatever. You know,
because
so it's nice to go on. And
she did a load for Ghost Archipelago. And the pirate captain woman was like, I just want that miniature. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with it. I just want that miniature. Fucking awesome.
Totally.
So anyway, that's us whoring ourselves out to everybody.
Well, we are. We are totally whores.
What's next on the list of...
Finding now.
Oh, good golly, Miss Marley.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Never work with children, animals, or parkers.
Woot! Urban Manhunt gets a mention. Yeah, it does. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
That was from Cynthia Miller. Sorry.
Oh,
Woot.
yeah.
Because we did get a mention.
We did. We played it. Great little game.
Really good game. So, this is a question from Wes AD.
Oh, piss off this... Oh, you annoyed the hell out of me.
How soon is a Maganess soon? Warcradle have been super proactive with rules changes, which I've loved, but can a company go too far, too fast? How soon is a Maganess soon? We don't know. That's the mystery of it.
That's like...
If you play Wexodus and you're on the Wexodus Facebook page, you know that there's a Maganess.
When Stuart says soon, that soon is like written onto the edge of a rubber band.
But there's even now like a soon in quotation marks. There's a soonish, and there's a not.
Don't
soon.
hold your breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? The only person.
There's a very soon. I've seen a very soon once. And that was
the only person we can
weeks.
ask about that is Stuart himself.
Hopefully we'll get. I'll need to chat to you about that later on. So
the closest I've had to actually defining a date or a period of time with them was when we was talking with them at Salute. We said like the Wayward 8. When are they out? You know. Well, you know. 2 days later, it drops through the door. Oh, okay, that's really soon. So I'm now thinking, Stuart, when do you need us to work on a game for you?
And pay us like £25,000 million a year.
Don't pay. Just toys. Just toys.
Actually, no,
We'd only spend the money on hookers and drugs.
Hey, if you like hookers and you like drugs, then sit on my face. No, in all seriousness though, one of the things that we, after having the conversation at Salute...
Thanks for that, Stuart, by the way, thank you.
With Richard, was...
Top bloke.
Was how it's very easy for gamers and companies to become detached. And like, we don't get why companies do things, because we want our stuff now! And actually, I like to think of myself as a relatively open-minded person, and like, you know, we were chatting like, as a gamer, I want my things now, but I can understand why a company would release these things over time. Even if you've got them ready, you still just don't want to spaffle your load and then go, well, I've got nothing in the warehouse. I want to buy some stuff. Oh fuck, what do I do now? And I think that's a massive deal.
It was a really good chat.
Yeah, it was a real big eye.
Really good.
Thank you.
So yeah, cheers for that. That really did make a big difference.
Yeah.
To the way I kind of look at things. I'm like, yes, I want them all. I mean, like, I want the Secret Service now. I want the Order now. I want all those bits now. But I know you've got. If I release them all now,
then what are you going to do?
Then if people don't buy all of these, then what am I going to do for the next 6 months?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to eat.
Yeah, and it's very not intentionally entitled like we think we're special, but I think it's very easy for you to get kind of like, oh, I want my stuff. And actually, there's a company with a whole, and they've got this whole thing that people have to buy.
And I think that was one of the things. This Salute for me was the ability for us to actually sit down. Well, not sit down because we never fucking sat down at all, but to have these really in-depth chats with the guys and the girls, etc. that are producing these games, and it was, you know, it's not like the first year we were like, oh, we're fans, Now it's a case like they almost talk to us like we're kind of equals. We're not fucking equals.
Well, we're
just,
not, but
it's because
they're good at pretending.
we have a very deep understanding of the gaming community because we've been at it for so long.
We have been at it for so long. That's my cock sore. But going back to where's AD? We're saying
we have no
super
idea.
Proactive with rules changes, which I've loved, but can only go too far, too fast. But I think following on from that, we were saying like how it is easy. I think that a lot of companies forget that it's a business. We're lucky, we're shit. But if we were trying to make a business
If
out
you
of
like
this,
shit,
if we were trying to make a business out of this, we'd have to do things very differently. And I
would
think
we?
that,
Would we?
yeah,
Would
because
we?
you have ultimately.
What?
there's-
You'd suddenly stop drinking in front of the camera? You'd
No.
suddenly start painting your
Well,
fingers?
no, that's what I mean.
We're dicks.
That's what I mean. We're dicks. But if you've
that's-
got other people's, like,
Yes.
we're shit
Yes.
and we're shit, right? But there's no one. There's not like 20 people who need to pay bills. beneath us.
just the wife.
I know, and that's why I'm trying to be.
And she's sitting there scowling at you, so just...
I do feel a little.
Yeah,
Is this
yeah.
a laser vision
Yeah.
in my brain?
Next question.
No, but if you've got 20, 30, 40 people and other companies relying on your success,
Yeah.
then suddenly you have to think in a business way. And I think that a lot of gamers don't appreciate that actually, you know, a lot of these
No,
big,
they
large...
just want the
even
shinies
smaller-
now.
Yeah.
They just want the shinies
And they
now.
want it to work and they want it to be good. And why isn't your stuff great? Well, we haven't play tested it. Well, why didn't you play test it?
Because
we didn't
we've
know
only
that
just-
was even a thing. Like, and then you release the game now. We can't release it now because we haven't play tested it. I want to play it now. Right, okay, here's the release.
This is crap!
This is crap. We haven't play tested it. You know, and I think that we live in the world of the internet where everyone thinks everything's shit. And I think that Wall Cradle have done really well. A lot of other companies are also doing really well. Yeah, it's just a really complicated thing, right?
It is, but I think what makes it easier for us is the fact that it's companies like War Cradle that have taken over a game like Wexodus that we had on the shelf. It was always sitting up there. We'd never got round to it. We wanted to, but we read through the rules and we're like, this is a little bit hard going. And then all of a sudden, it gets taken over by these guys. They said, right, here's the beta rules. Play it. What do you think? Played it and I'm like, oh shit, this is actually really, really good. And they listen to the players.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if you have to ask a question, you tweet or something, Stuart himself, bless him, will answer
mate.
it within fucking minutes. The
If
guy's a fucking legend.
Yeah, you scroll back on the Facebook and find out how much engagement he's got. It's really impressive. And also that whole idea of some people are like, well, you took my game and you changed it. You know what? We could have not taken your game and then it wouldn't exist.
Well, we was talking to the lead artist from the original.
Oh my god. Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, I mean, that was looking through his portfolio of the stuff he did for the original release, and we're like, it's awesome. But you can see how some of it hasn't changed.
And some of it's adapted in a positive, forward way. And it's
There are companies that take over games and they run with it and they make it work.
Yeah.
War Cradle is one of them. And we're not just saying that because we love the guys and the game. We are actually. We were just saying it because we love the game and the people.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that, eh?
Well, absolutely
Does that make us
nothing.
Does
Because
that make
it's
us
a
corporate
game.
shills? No.
Fuck off. We don't get paid to say what we say.
Well, I wish.
Well, I'm waiting to Jones like sitting there with a checkbook going, if you shut up now, I'll give you £1.
Right, I've got a few questions left before we even...
Go!
Fuck, go back to the thing. Shit, I've fucking lost it now.
You're meant to be the technological expert.
Hardly.
I'm
No,
sorry, mate.
I've now... Aha! Right. So,
Ha-ha!
this is 2 questions.
Oh, for crying out loud,
From
come on.
Bleed Easy. He's got a cool picture with a skull. Questions. When is the... This is the first time I've read these. When is the Battlehammer album Dice, Drinks and Fapping Dicks coming out?
We're probably going to do a warm-up for
Dice,
that.
drinks and
Fapping
fapping
dicks.
dicks.
We're
These are
probably
the things
going
that
to
the
do
Battlehammer
one
needs.
needs. I think we might try and release a single for that just before Christmas.
I think so.
You heard it here first. What was it? Dice?
Dice, drinks, and
Flapping dicks. These are the things that the battle hammer needs. Yeah, I'm sensing. I'm pretty sure Ailstorm won't mind us using their riff for that.
No, I'm sure they won't.
Chris, do you mind if we use your riff for a song? What's the
I was
song?
just waiting for a pirate ship to kind of come to the side of a house. Broadside.
I said no!
Arr, how we
Yar.
Question 2. Ever thought about playing Flintlock at all? Flintlock with a QE.
Is that the...
Rings a bell.
Was that the one... The other... No, we have never heard of it. Sometimes it's easier to lie.
Is that the one with...
Isn't that the one that,
Is
like,
that all
covered...
orcs?
Like
Is that pirate orcs?
I was going to say the Zulu thingamy jigs and jubness.
That might be.
Oh, good, she's standing up. It's alright, no one's going to see you. Go behind me and Roger. I mean, get a beverage, young lady.
I honestly don't know what that game is.
Thank you. I don't know. We will look into Flintlock, see what it's about. I thought it was
Does ring a bell?
I thought it was one of the other kind of. There was a whole series, wasn't there, by Black Powder Games. Ooh, love that one out.
Thank you, Jane.
Which
You're
was-
awesome.
Thank you, my darling. Which was Zulu and all of that, and then that Pike and Shot and all of that. It was kind of a series of.
Lord. Yeah.
Don't know.
That's
It's
really
just,
I thought
again-
Flintlock was the one where. No, that's Cutlass, the one I'm thinking of. Oh, shut up.
It's basically more time on
So-
the sea.
Obviously not.
But
You
no,
haven't
no.
thought
But
about
again, the thing is, it's all very well having all these games and
Yeah,
access to
paper
all of
to
these
fucking write
games.
it all down.
That's alright, it's in my head now. Flintlock, I'm never going to get that one out. But it's a case of finding the time to play them and the money to buy the game and the miniatures
And learning the rules, because every time I learn a new set of rules, another set of rules falls
poops
out of my
out.
head.
It doesn't just fall out, it kind of dribbles at your ear like poop.
True.
Next!
Michael Newbanks, ahoy hoy.
Oh, hi
Newbanks.
Mikey, how are you doing? Right.
Have you guys tried Dragon Rampant? No. It's an Osprey game by Daniel Mersey, which allows you to do any fancy miniatures that you want. It's
That
easy to learn rules and
sounds-
cheap to get into. Should be right up your alley, giggity goo.
That sounds like the other one that they've done.
Ogham.
That's it,
Gods of
Ogham.
Men, yeah.
Sounds
By the
like
way,
same sort of
thanks
thing.
for all the videos on Gaslands. You hooked me on it. Yay! And I'm having a blast converting my old Matchbox cars. You might make gaming fun again. Thank you. That really means a lot. The last sentence. You guys make gaming look fun again. Genuinely, that's seriously.
That's what we do. What we do.
Yeah. It is easy to get caught up with it and say, as we were talking
I need to be a tournament player. No, you don't need to play
Not
games.
even
for fun.
just competitive, but just the whole.
Fun.
Like,
Daily life is fucking shit. Let's admit it, right? You know, it's fucking horrible. But games, dude. Games. Games are good.
yeah, man.
You know why they're good? Because they begin with G.
And don't let anyone tell you that your fun is not wrong. If you like playing games but you hate painting and you just want to play board games, fucking play board games. If you like D&D, play D&D. He doesn't like D&D, but yeah, if you love it, fucking
Play it.
If
Play
you
it as
like-
often as you
if
can.
you like only 40k and you like no other games, then just play 40k and have 20 armies or whatever you want to do.
Go back to that time when you were 14 years old,
Right.
boys or girls, right? And you're masturbating furiously all the time.
What you mean, like yesterday?
Take that away, put gaming in, and just
Yeah.
game as much as you
Fucking do
can.
what you like, man.
Have fun, because when you're dead, you're dead.
It's very easy, I think, for us as older, technically adults, to get kind of caught up in the whole, like, actually, you know, well, what's best? You know, hey, fucking
What's best
play
in
some
life?
fucking games, ultimately. Yes.
Hey!
Kill your enemies. Hear the lamentation of the woman. You know, that jazz.
Yes.
Dragon Rampant, I haven't played it. I know it's
So it sounds like Ogham. Ogham is a really nice little rule
Yeah.
set.
I know Dragon Rampant is like a rank and flank. It's like blocks
Oh
of troops.
my
Like fancy roll, fancy.
It might work though. Might work because Warhammer was really good. And like the first 3 episodes of Warhammer were awesome.
Because as far as I know, Lion Rampant is the historical version.
Oh,
And
right.
Dragon Rampant
It's
is
the fantasy version.
fantasy version.
Makes sense.
Because dragons are a thing.
Right, next.
Yeah. This is from Sats, aka Ed Halliday.
Eddie.
Sup, Ed? Oi, oi, oi. Combining your answers to mine and Dan Garnett's question, how about a 2019 Battlehammer calendar sold at Wildhammer / Wildstorm? Proceeds to WARC.
I tell you what, that's a fucking.
Well, I've suggested using minis to cover yourselves. That's true.
We
just
don't
have
need.
the group topless shot for Christmas.
We
Don't
don't
need
need.
Frankie
We
Nutty
don't
in
need
there
snotlings.
with Chris, Nick, stick involved for a month each. Nick produces beer, Chris's spoons. I like it. Why not?
Chris's spoon wouldn't be big enough. That's. I don't know what's worse, the fact that he's actually sat and thought about that, or the fact that you've just read it out on the internet.
Bit of column A, bit of column B.
We'll get back to you on that one, Ed. You sick and twisted bastard.
You're a legend.
Woohoo!
Good seeing you at sleep, by the way, if you're watching
Yes,
this.
it was.
And that's all of my
Okay,
questions. So do you want to talk some shit?
I'll just see what we've got to get these ones out of the way and then we can talk some shit. So, Mike Pollard.
Not...
It's little Mikey.
Hey! He's not little.
He's very little.
Big manly
He's a
man.
very small... No. Right, a
I
question...
do find it weird, Mike. Sorry, just one thing if you're watching. I do find it weird when you don't have your butcher's tattoo. Like your
Yeah,
butcher's tattoo.
I can't
I
take him
see him
seriously.
with, like, that's on, and if it's not on, what were you doing? I think he has it on all the time, and he covers it up with makeup. Like, if you've had a tattoo, I think he covers it up.
Right, so a question for
Good
the
seeing
mum...
you at Salute as well, by the way. Sorry, did he have a question?
He did have a question. Question for the Mumble. In your salute video...
You can tell he's read it ahead of time.
In your salute video, why was there a jar of petroleum jelly in amongst your hauls of new shiny things?
Lube!
Had you and Parker experienced some chafing?
Hey, it was there when I got here, so I'm going to assume it's a, you know...
Okay, the thing is with that, it was a very, very long day, wasn't it? We were shattered. Again, all the people we met, love you, thank you, stuff like that. But, you know, we got home, we were tired, and I just needed to, you know, a bit of release. So, I don't know where the hell it came from. I have no idea where that jar came from.
I didn't even know it was there.
We had a table
Too
full
busy
of
passing
stuff,
out.
and all of a sudden people are like, so what's that all about? What? No idea. No idea. So, no chafing, just lots of tiredness and no idea. Oh, here we go. This is Cynthia again.
Oh, again? You like cross-pollinating our YouTube
Question
and
for
Facebook.
Mumble. This is cheeky. I don't actually think I should read this one
Go
out
on.
because this is cheeky. Cheeky.
I like cheeks.
I think she's purely doing this because she knows how you know we're nice guys, right? So, question
we?
for the Mumble.
You're not.
Any chance of a second Urban Manhunt episode once you go over the hunt creation rules? # cheap plug.
No, yes. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, actually. Because I think that's going to be a
It'll make-
defining
yeah, for
part
us,
of the
yeah.
game. Not just for us.
It'll
but I
make a
think
difference for us.
Yeah. So for people at home who don't know, Urban Manhunt is a game that Cynthia's working on.
Think
which is
Running Man.
Running Man, yeah. Kind of with a lot of other 80s kind of stuff in there.
Yeah.
And you play
Which is
a...
really good.
Not a hunter, a manhunter. Just not a running man.
You're a manhunter.
That's a song by that band.
No, it's Lady Killer. I fucked it, I know.
But
But yeah.
and it's kind of a multi... When one of the things that I really liked we saw the other day was about how bringing people back, because we said, like, if you're playing a 5-player game and someone dies, then no beans, but then you can bring people in.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
Glad for taking that on board. So it's that kind of thing, and there's a selection, I think, of 8 to 10-ish
Hunters you can
hunters
use.
at the moment, but coming up with your own hunt, I mean, that's what everyone wants. You want a bit, oh, I like that mini, I'll create
I don't
hunter
want to be
and give
Pirate
them-
Jane. I want to be.
Yeah, I mean, you could take the again cross-pollinating, but you could take the Raging Annie miniature and go, well, I want someone to have a sword and a gun, and then to have an
Where are you going to get Raging Annie miniature from?
from Bad Squiddo Games.
Ah, you people are just so bad, aren't you?
We're whores. We know it. But I think that could be the thing that I think if you didn't have it, the game would do well. Having it,
I think
would
that
be
might
thing
define the
would-
game.
Would push it over the edge and allow a lot of people to go, fuck yeah!
I've got this
that
miniature. I haven't used it in years. I could.
I could have that hunter. So yeah, definitely want to.
We will.
That out
We will try that
use
out,
it
and we'll film it. Let you know.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So Jens Mortson, he's gone. What? No WWX today. We'll go sit in a corner and cry. Off you go. Finished. Right now you're coming back. No, not today, because we're doing a 3,000 pointer on Monday.
Yeah.
We are going to film it, but we're going to film it in a different style to what you're used to. As in, no fixed camera. We're just going to go right end of turn one, grab the camera, right. Okay, so these people are now going over to there. That's going over to there. Oh, it was really good. What did you find worked really well for you, Parky?
Nothing.
You know, so, but yeah, big game coming for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Will we see some wayward action as part of this?
Yes.
No.
Oh, no?
No, because we're just doing pure 3,000
yeah.
points of Warrior Nation, which I can use the 8 in, but I'm not going to.
Because
I haven't painted them yet.
The Enlightened.
Yeah. Oof, Warrior Nation V Enlightened. 3,000 points.
Did you get the message from Brett?
Wasn't it good?
So
Did you see my reply?
I didn't, no, because it was that's a little in character thing. Yeah.
I did a reply from Walks Without Penises.
Walks Without Wangs.
Walks Without Wangs. So, Kerry Aid. Oh, here we go again.
It's here again.
Can't even put a fence together, can you? Or a box. Yeah, that's a dig.
Yeah.
What was that? Right.
But
so,
he figured it out. It was on the other It was on the other sheet, wasn't it? He looked at sheet A and thought everything was on sheet A. You got to look at the numbers on the actual. See, I never got as far as thinking they'd all be on the same sheet. I didn't actually think that far ahead. I just
that's because you didn't put fucking things together.
No, on the ones that I did. On the other ones that I put together, I was like, well, that's an A, and that's an A, and that's an A. I just got all 3 sheets out and went looking at them and looked for the numbers. Yeah. I didn't think they'd all be on the same sheet. Anywho,
you're boring people. So I've had a lot of success with hands-heavy posses in WWX. But I do love using faces. What's the Battlehammer preference in Wild West Exodus? Face-heavy or hands-heavy posses? Oh, I said good day, sir. That's a good question.
That's an actual tactical discussion about things.
For me, it depends on what faction I'm using.
I agree.
If I'm using Lawman, I want as many Ranger, Minutemen, Rangers in as possible.
Faces work. Hands work really well.
Because you only need to limit the faces. Whereas my Union, because I only go with Custer and I do the full thing, faces are irrelevant because you don't get any other faces.
Yeah.
The Order, that could be a different story. I'm putting them together. Not quite sure how that's going to pan out yet. And also, what's my other faction?
All of the other ones?
Outlaws, I'll get back to them later.
Warrior Nation?
Warrior Nation. Now that's interesting because you really want your Warrior Nation to just get up in their faces and do shiz. And to do that, you need portals or use cover. I mean, the Chiefs are amazing, the bosses are amazing, the faces are amazing. I don't know. Ask me again after Monday. Hey!
Yeah, I think...
what about for you if you're Enlightened?
For the Enlightened, you definitely want not necessarily a perfect balancer, but at least a certain amount of balance, because a lot of the faces support the hands. So you've got like the rules like Carpathogen, the rules like Sawbones, stuff like that are in there. So you put these faces in to support those hands units so they can come back again. I do think the lawmen, the lawmen hands units, because you've got things like where you get an extra grit for standing next to each other.
Shoulder.
Like that's really good. So suddenly you've got a grit of 5, becomes 6, becomes 7 because you've got these other bonuses. Yeah. So suddenly those hands units become really strong, whereas in other units they're not necessarily as powerful. I do think that they're. I've noticed a thing with the Outlaws because I picked
you did the 7, so would you use?
I'd happily use just faces again in the 7 because the deadly 7.
Didn't you find that you're like kind of?
Yeah,
limited to what you do because you've only got.
Because you do only have a certain amount of the things, but I think it balances really well. So yes, I could only do a certain amount of things, but everything I did was really strong because everything's a face unit. I think it kind of depends on the faces.
Yeah.
There are.
I mean, I've got a couple in the order. They're just a face. It's literally, it doesn't bring, this character doesn't bring anything into the game except for like a fortune point, but there's nothing else special in there. And in a way, I like that sometimes. So I haven't got to worry about getting the most out of this person because all they're bringing
it's nice
me
to have
is
the extra activation.
Yeah.
Who, because they've got a fortune point, probably stays alive more, and they don't really do a huge amount, but they're kind of there, and maybe they pew off a good shot, and then
because at the end of the day, it's another activation.
Yeah. I do think that Exodus is a complicated game in that sense.
But in a good way.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't think there's an obvious choice. I would like to. We've discussed doing a faction discussion moving forward, and I would like to. Now I've picked up a good amount of the Enlightened, I would like to have a conversation about.
Because that's the beauty of the game, isn't it? You've got Enlightened, but there's factions inside of the Enlightened as well.
Yeah, totally. Because of the way the faction specific posse builds,
yeah,
works really well.
It's a great idea.
And funnily enough, because we've got this game coming up on Monday, 3,000 points. So we're going to have 2 players with 1,500 points each.
So that's you and Brett
Me and
for
Brett.
Enlightened.
And we've discussed our
And
lists.
me and Chris from Wildstorm Games
Yeah.
are doing the Warrior Nation.
Warrior Nation.
And we've made sure, like, he picks his boss, I'll pick my boss. He picks his faces, I pick my faces. Then the rest of it's just irrelevant.
Yeah.
So we've kind of like, what are you using? Well, I'm using that. Okay, I'm going to use this. Okay, what about that? Yeah. And we've kind of put together a devastating force of
And you
proper
can see
people that live in America.
in the posse cards, you can see how some factions, like, because I've recently got into Outlaws, it's like, so you pick a boss and you have a face and a face. You have to have a hand or support unit, then a face, hand or support unit, and you can move it around and have different things in there. But you can have a lot of faces in an outlaw unit, in an outlaw posse. But when I've been playing my Enlightened, you've got like
Face or
this, face or that, and I can't have as many faces. And I think they've worked out really well that actually they're not supposed to be a face heavy. Like Outlaws are supposed to be face heavy because they're like, hey, they got this guy and that cool guy and Davy McGee and fucking that lady who's all dressed up in her thing.
Whereas the Union are just like
Bods.
bods.
Yeah, totally, as it should be. And I think that the short answer is I don't know.
I think basically you're asking that sort of questions to the wrong people. Ask Stuart. You know, he'll nail that for you.
There's
Ask
probably a
us
lot of
like,
really interesting statistic things that I don't.
but we
actually know the
don't
answer to.
look at statistics. We would look at what I want to see on the table. I don't give a shit how good the rules
I
are.
think if you want to play a hands heavy, then Union's a good idea.
Confederates must be the same.
Confederates is similar.
There must
yeah.
be. What's
'Cause you can
Stonewall
pick-
Jackson bring? Does he?
Well, because he can just, a lot of his things are just Confederate. So if you want to play a lot of hands, you can just go Confederate hand units. If you want to play face heavy, also you can go the way of lawmen and go with the tombstone stuff.
Wyatt, all of his
Wyatt and
brothers,
his
Doc.
bros and Doc.
That would be awesome.
Or,
Not that we can mention Doc Holliday without a certain lady going, "Oh, he's my favourite character ever."
Indeed.
Who?
You, Sarah, we know who you are.
We know you, Corkwell. We're watching you.
If you want to go, what do I say, face heavy. So, yeah, face heavy also Outlaws with a
Billy
lot of
the
random
Kid, you've
Billy the
got
Kid, and
any
a lot
of
of random
them.
Outlaws because there's little fucking. That's one of the things I loved about getting in the Outlaws was like Boxer Middleton and fucking Chef with his fucking throwing knives. There's a lot of random dudes. You just go, oh, fucking this guy's cool. I want that model.
I think one of the beauties of Wexodus is the way that there are cross links through characters. So if you
is
get
it beautiful or is it awful? Because it's kind of awful.
Yeah, but it's not, because you get this character.
I know,
Right,
I love it.
I'm buying him because I want him in this faction.
Yeah.
Okay, but he can be used in that.
Mm-hmm.
What am I
Did
going
you
to do
see
now?
my old fucking Calamity
Yeah.
Jane conversation on Facebook
Oh,
the other day?
yeah.
Fuck, that's a whole box I now have to buy. Because
That's a
Calamity
great
Jane,
box, though.
Oh, I know. Calamity.
Bill.
Yeah, Calamity.
Bill,
Bill
Myrtle.
and Myrtle, and the
Polly sisters.
Yeah, which are
Are
both.
they in that?
Yeah, and they're both.
I got her all. I remembered. I thought they were in
No, they're in there.
I've
So
seen
you got Bill,
Bill.
Myrtle, the plumpy dude with the ranger with the grenade launcher. Nate Beringer. There you go. So they're the law dudes.
Nate, snake killer.
The Capelli sisters and Calamity Jane.
Calamity.
But the problem is Calamity Jane's mercenary. Even though she's not an outlaw, she can still fight
In
in a mercenary group, so she can fight with outlaws because it's mercenary face, which she is. And the Capelli sisters are also mercenary faces, but they're also outlaws. So I need
and lawman.
and lawmen. So now what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up buying that box because I want Calamity Jane, because Calamity Jane's fucking awesome. That model is just
Sitting on the old.
That model is just
Yeah,
fucking gorgeous.
that's
right?
fucking amazing.
So I'll get the Capelli sisters because they're there. Oh, now I've got 3 lawman models. And
What are you
I've
gonna do
also
then?
got 6 lawman.
What are you going to do then?
I'm going to get some lawman models. Well, I've already got fucking...
That's Stuart being fucking thievious. And
No,
going,
right.
Oh, there you go.
So here's the thing. This was the thing we were having a conversation with Richard at Salute about how there's ways of making a model range accessible to everyone,
Yeah.
so that everyone can buy it. Because you want as many people to buy your things as possible, right?
Well, yeah, because otherwise, what's the fucking point of
You
doing
know.
it?
It's great having that one model that only one guy is interested in, but
Go
ultimately you're
you!
not going to sell anything because you're a business. You've got, as we said earlier on, people have got fucking bills to pay.
You've got to make your money.
So having these crossovers.
If you want one of these t-shirts, however, text me.
Ooh.
And you're not going to get it.
Having these crossovers is great, and I think certain games it works for, and certain games it doesn't. Like, you can't have a crossover Star Wars dude, where it's like, oh, he's like Han Solo, but you know he's kind of mentally controlled by the Empire because of magic. Like, it doesn't really work. But in Wild West, in the world of Wild West Exodus, and even the actual Wild West, there's a lot of like the Lone Ranger character. I forget his. Sorry, not the Lone Ranger.
Is there a Lone Ranger in here?
No.
Is there?
Yeah, he's the Ranger as well.
Are
Have you
you?
not seen him?
No, I must have missed that because
I'll send you a link.
one of the things when I was a little kid, right, I had a shit upbringing. We're not even going to get into that. But the one thing I remember from
Did
one
that shit in
one
your face.
yeah, well,
Not
one
from my
Christmas,
bum.
I was like, yeah, one Christmas,
One Christmas.
one Christmas, I got the Lone Ranger action. Proper.
The weight of your hands makes it sound like a dildo. I got the Lone Ranger.
Hey, I was a little boy and he was big.
You rode into.
And you know what?
You call it.
That was Christmas Day I got him.
Did you?
By the end of Christmas Day, I'd lost his fucking mask. So he wasn't the Lone Ranger anymore, he was Bob.
It was Dave the
Just
Ranger.
Bob. Bob the bloke that turned up.
Oh.
And I got
Yeah,
Tont. I got Tont. I'm like, the fuck am I going to do with him? Well, he belongs with him. Yeah, but he's not him anymore. He hasn't got his mask. You know what I ended up doing? Felt tip pen.
Yeah, damn right. I know that. Damn good old felt tip pen.
Oh, there's some actually was a Lone Ranger in it.
Well, it's not for legal reasons, but it kind of is.
It's Champion the Wonder Horse in it.
But no. there's-
Champion
I
the
don't think you actually
Wonder
have him.
Horse.
I don't think you actually have him mounted.
But he's like a streak of lightning flashing across the sky.
Potentially.
He's like a mighty arrow whizzing from a bow.
But he's
Like a mighty cannonball who seems to fly. You'll hear about him everywhere you go. That time will come when everyone will know the name of Champion the Wonder Horse.
Bleep Bleep the Wonderbot.
Bleep Bleep the Wonderbot.
So the not Lone Ranger, he's a mercenary and a ranger, so he's lawman as well.
But
But again, I like that crossover. Like, it's making crossovers work, and I think in the world of Exodus it does.
well, we'll see that when Dystopian Wars
Yeah.
comes
So I
out.
just picked up when I was at Salute.
Herpes?
So I picked up at Salute. I picked up Kame, the
Birdie
winged,
bloke.
the guy with the jetpack and flying around, because he's enlightened, but in the fluff, he was super enlightened, and I think he's the son-in-law of Carpathian. But then he basically wants to take over, and they've gone fuck off. So now he's an outlaw. But you can have him as either or. And because they've worked in the narrative, I mean, I think it was pre-worked in the narrative. But I think if it fits in the narrative, then yeah, split your stuff up and have it like this dude's in charge of those, but sometimes it's in charge of those, and you know what's he doing, and maybe early stages.
I don't care. I just want the bleeding new box of order and Abraham Lincoln and the Secret Service with dun, 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 the horse who's nothing to do with Brave Star.
Brave Star!
Strength of the
face.
Bear, penis of the whale, Brave Star. But because there's a mounted version as well, isn't there? With one of the...
That was awesome. Hearing about that, I hoped it. I didn't think it was going to happen. Hearing that there was going to be 30,
it's 2020, which is the robot horse with his gun.
Jediah, I can't remember the guy's name.
I don't know.
The dude.
But it breaks down into
legendary
a four legs version with the bloke on it holding his gun. I'm like, oh, spaff.
But it fits with Wexner's.
It does.
Like it doesn't always, like it wouldn't fit in 40k. I mean, it may be in Imperial stuff like.
It would.
Space Marines and like Imperial Guard.
It
you can't go, oh, this
the mechanicum would have something to do with it, and you'd be sitting there going, now are you being truthful or are you trying to buck yourself off? No.
But I think there's nothing wrong with and I don't think it's a business decision. I think it's just a combined business plus narrative decision. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as it fits. The problem is, some people go, oh, I want it to, oh, fuck, it doesn't, oh no, well I've got my narrative and I've got my business and I want to sell all of the Rebel, I want to sell Darth Vader 1,000 times because I've spent all this money making Darth Vader.
Let's clone him!
Well, let's clone him and now put him in the Rebel thing. Oh, that makes no sense.
That really does not make any sense, but that's how it feels sometimes.
Sometimes that can be how it feels. And yet, having had the conversation at Salute, like actually what I really like Roasters is how it does work. Because it is the Wild West. And some of them don't. Like, the whole thing with Virgil Earp.
I'm never using him in my lawmen again.
So
you fucking backstabbing, hex worshipping cop.
And this goes back to the previous edition.
And in history.
Yeah, and in history, because Morgan got shot in real life, and that was it. In the
his family.
Faction, like Virgil takes his body to Dr. Carpathian to rebuild him with more goodness, and then they've worked it in, and it just feels good and it feels right. And I think it's very easy for games to just
not for the Earp family. It doesn't. That's a smear on our honour.
Within the game. Hey, you ran fucking hooker houses.
Yes, and they were fun.
Wow.
They're a good source of income.
That is a good point.
So anyway,
let's
just move off of Wexers just for a moment, which is really, really difficult for us. So other games at the moment that we are really, really enjoying. Okay,
Gaslands.
Wexodus is up there.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Gaslands.
Fucking
yes.
vroom, man.
But there's a little game from a small land called New Zealand or Australia or wherever it is, and that's Twisted.
Oh, Twisted.
And if you are not looking into... What I find weird about Twisted is the fact that the guys are Australian.
New Zealandy.
Or New Zealandy. One of those two islands. They're Australian, actually. But, you know, there's this whole Dickensian London thing.
Yeah,
that's like me and him trying to write something in New York. Fuck if I know. But it's such a good game.
No, but I was having a conversation with
yourself in the mirror.
The guy who created Drowned Earth.
Oh, the little fella.
He's not a little.
He's only little.
But we were having a conversation about 80s New York. About how I want to go to 80s New York. I don't want to go to New York now.
No.
I want to go. I mean, I'm sure it's great and all, but I want to go to 1980s New York. I'm walking here You know, I want to go to that New York. And we were having a conversation because he said, oh, we were chatting and bullshitting about stuff. And he was like, oh, have you been to New York? I said, no, I want to go. But I want to go to the 80s New York. I don't want to go to now New York.
See, again, that's another game. But it's Drowned Earth.
But I think that's the same thing with Twisted. It's not about real Dickensian London. It's about quote unquote Dickensian London. Do you know what I mean?
I love the way that this whole story is developed. You know, the whole engine that is behind it, and it's beginning to twist everything. And because of us, we've got like 2 or 3 friends that are like, well, we come around here, didn't they? Did a demo, and like, oh fuck me, I've got to go buy this shit now. And it's such a great game. I like the story. I like the elements of the game. The best bit is we are literally talking to the designers. You know, it's
and it's the pardon me. It's the thing about it being competitive versus narrative. There is the deck, the engine deck.
I think it would never
random as fuck, but actually, I love that it's random as fuck.
It would never ever make a competitive game in my view. You couldn't do tournaments, but for a whole day of sitting there playing games and making a story as you go along.
Yeah, totally.
Fuck yes.
That's great.
And the miniatures.
Oh, the miniatures are amazing. So good. It's amazing what people can do now. Like with whether it be with CAD or whether it be with other things. Like it's amazing how we've had the conversation. I almost think that sometimes minis can be too good. Like the mini's so good I can't paint it. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so much detail I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah, I just sit and go, because I speed paint. Parker is a brilliant painter. He really is, but he takes a long time.
As long as I've got a year,
yeah.
I'm right.
But because we're now trying to do each of our videos with painted models, we're like, can't spend all that time, Parky.
No, I know.
And he's like, well, how do you do it? I'm like, fucking throw a base coat on, throw a wash on the table, because you're not going to notice. Like from here. You couldn't tell, could you?
I've even ordered some big old brushes. They're like 3 inches thick. I can just.
Well, you can't do a base coat with a 3-inch brush, mate.
I don't need a 4-inch brush.
No, you need a paint roller.
Just.
No, because you just bring all the stuff around here. We spray it for you, and then you just base coat it.
Oh no, I've got some spray now. Thanks, Poundland. You fucking fucks. I've been waiting fucking how long for that fucking grey spray primer to come in? You fucking.
You've been spraying all these pissing Wexers buildings all bloody week.
With airbrush.
An airbrush, yes. And I'll tell you what, it's the first week where I've done a full week of airbrushing, and the brush hasn't clogged up. So cheers, Wexers, for screwing me up with that as well. But no, so those are, we've got
Twisted.
We got Twisted.
Wexodus.
Gaslands.
Gaslands. Loving Gaslands. Apparently there's a big support of Gaslands in Brazil. Well, I don't know why specifically Brazil, but apparently there's a whole...
And they got lots of trees to swerve around.
in Brazil. Potentially. Oh, did you see? You saw the thing. I'm sure you liked it. You said boom today.
The tree thing? Oh, the Russian tree thing. Oh my god.
So
I've seen that before.
On my Facebooks. So there's this machine.
It's like a truck. It'll drive along. It's got this clamp thing that it grabs onto a tree and goes, cuts it down and goes, strips it in like seconds. And someone said, oh, I want to use this against my motorcycle gangs. I'm like, a bit harsh.
I find it a little bit terrifying.
Yeah, that's the way the world,
It kind of reminds me of like Fern Gully or some shit like that. Like just
reminds me of Fern Cotton. Oh! But no, it's horrible. That's the way the world is going, though. And that's why I like to keep insular, play my games, not look outside of the walls, because outside of these walls, it's fucking scary. I'm not being funny. Not being funny. Look at the Americans. Not being funny, guys. You voted him in. That's all I'm going to say on politics. So, we've got Gaslands is one of our big ones. We've still got Guild Ball. Guild Ball.
The fucking ball, especially with the new Ratcatcher.
Ratcatchers are fucking awesome. I love them. Twisted. Wexodus.
Oh, fucking Legion we've played today, and that was more.
Legion is now
going to be.
You know, we've got Necromunda. We still haven't actually videoed that yet.
Played that, yeah.
You know, we've still got 40k we need to go back and video. We've still got things like Rumble Slam and all these other games that we want to play for you guys. but it's just finding the time.
If you were to pay us like 30 grand a year each, like so if you were to
We'll
donate,
film it. We'll film
Let's-
every day of the week if you did that.
let's round it up to 70 grand. Like if
What,
you were to
each?
pay us 70
Or
grand,
between.
between's fair. You know, 35 grand
35
each a
grand.
year.
Oh yeah,
That's all right.
I'll go.
Yeah.
I live with
If
that.
you were to pay us that, we'd just be fucking. I mean, I wouldn't even sleep. I'd just fucking.
He'd show you his bumhole for that.
I'd just drink Red Bull every night and just play more games.
But no, I mean, we film 3 days a week, and for us that's hard work. There are a lot of days when we're like, we just can't. And because we suffer from the depression and the anxieties and stuff like that, it's what you guys don't see is the amount of grief that we go through to do these videos.
Well, I need to pee right now. I'm not peeing. I'm fucking filming. That's
He's wearing beige, and he's all of a sudden he's very, very beige in that area. But you know, we do what we do because
we love you.
Oh, hello,
Hello.
Hello, Jane.
Oh, sorry.
I was just saying hello. Sure was being a
cannot get the star.
drinky face.
But no, we do what we do. Thank you, darling. Thank you. We do what we do to entertain you guys, and if it's not entertaining, then go watch someone else.
And if we didn't do it, I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, I think.
That
I mean,
question.
how long are we doing this now? Like 3 odd years. I think if we hadn't been doing the Battle Hammer,
I'm not going to have that conversation.
I would have like,
I don't want to be. No.
or. But we're not going to go into that because we're actually now in a fairly good place.
Woo!
Thanks to you guys.
You and your face.
And until
Not my face.
well, that's it.
If
There you
you've got
go.
any questions for the next Mumble, like why are you such miserable shits?
Pulling up
leave it in
our
the comments
crotch.
down below.
Box.
If
If you want to help out,
If you want to help out, you
Several
can pop it in
ways.
the top corner and donate to our lovely Patreon page. Donate as little as $1 a month, or as much as $1 million.
come on, one of you out there's a multi-millionaire.
One of
$1
you.
million fucking dollars. Don't be
To
so.
be fair, you don't even have to donate $1 million a month. Just $1 million.
And then we can just.
And then
We
we
can-
can still film.
Will we?
Yeah.
I'll be down the pub getting beers and hookers
Yeah.
and midgets with cocaine on silver trays.
But we can film that.
Yes, we can. Huzzah! Good call.
Or you can find in the comments down below. You can find our Amazon wish list, stuff we want to film, but
So if you
don't have the money for because we're poor.
now
and
that's
shit.
there for a reason. That's thanks to Mr. Jason Durkin. Yeah, you little bastard.
Oh, God,
Which
no.
was like, well, I don't want to Patreon, but I want to kind of help out. That's why we've
Yeah.
started that. So, and that
I
goes
think
from
there's stuff from like us £10
up to
200.
£200 if you want to buy Gloomhaven.
Gloomhaven and we'll play it. You can spend.
But that was just us
£10
being pissy. All of
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
We're
It's
going
on
to put
there.
some more Star Wars shit on there,
But-
and a lot of it is the Cthulhu card game.
Yeah, the Cthulhu card game we've really enjoyed.
Purely because we like to tell the story as we play, which
Indeed.
by now you know is what we do.
So there
So,
was a man and he went from point A to point B and he spent all his money on crack. Here's what happened. That's us role playing.
So-
crack. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked it. Want to subscribe? If you don't like it, don't want to subscribe. You don't have to like and subscribe. If you liked it, we'd like if you like to subscribe. So until next time, stay. Yeah, man. Cheers in the face.